Hello folks, I'm Chef Curry Flavors here at Cooking Healthy for You on our YouTube channel, Rising Star Enterprises for Well-Being. And today we are actually going to cook Italian biscotti. Okay, it's an Italian cookie, it's very popular, and let's show you the ingredients, get right to it. So here we have our 3 eggs, we have our whole wheat flour, we have our vanilla, we have our apple cider vinegar, and I like to use a vegetable oil. Here I like to use coconut oil. It tastes really good in Italian biscotti. We have our honey, baking powder. Salt is optional. I like to add a little salt. And we're going to use the rind, which is the outside layer which you grate on the orange. Gives it a nice zesty flavor. And we're going to put actually bananas in it and almonds. So it's very, very healthy. We're not using sugar or whole wheat flour or things like that. And over here, we have a mixing bowl, 2 mixing bowls, and of course we have our parchment paper on a pan. So we are going to get everything together, get our bowls ready, and we will be back. Okay, so when making Italian biscotti, you have certain things you have to do. You have to do your dry ingredients, which are right here, and you basically are mixing 3 1/4 cups of whole wheat flour, not regular flour, and you're putting some baking powder. Some people say 1 tablespoon. I like to put in 2. And then you are cutting up your pecans I mean your almonds. You could put pecans in as well. And you want to cut them the length way and not the short way, because you get like these thick, I'll show you close up, these longer grains which look great in biscotti. There you go, you can see them. It's really great. And this is the rind of the, you know, more or less the orange. You basically take a grater using this side and you take your orange and you basically grate, do the whole orange, and you get about that much rind, you know, and then you more or less have your eggs. In fact, let's go down lower for here. You have your eggs right here, and those are your 3 eggs. You whisk them, and then you take your bananas. I use a whole banana and I sort of mush them so it gets evenly distributed, because if you do it just in pieces, it's really, here's a little piece, it's really not going to get all throughout. It's going to be sporadic and it may not actually be in your cookies. So, you know, I like to do it sort of mushing it. You could use the back of a spoon to do that. You have your rind, put that baby in, boom, and your almonds. And one thing I didn't mention on the initial ingredients, which, you know, we're trying to make this healthy. Not too many people do this. I put a little honey, Greek yogurt, honey in there. You know, I usually like to say 1 heaping tablespoon, boom, 2 heaping tablespoons, boom, and a half. Okay, half of heaping, and that looks really great. And you know, you can pretty much at that point take your whisker, sort of mix this all together. You know, we're going to mix this more in a little bit, let it just sit for a while, and you sort of mix this all together, and then you're going to add a few more things to it. I mean, as far as this is concerned, the flour, you just kind of fold it through. Make sure the baking powder sort of gets around everywhere. I mean, that takes like 2 minutes, you know, not even, probably about 60 seconds, if even. How long has that been? About 40 seconds. Just kind of sift it through, make sure the baking powder is in all the dough. Okay, we'll put that aside. Then you're going to take your honey. It's probably about I'd say about 3 tablespoons. I really like honey. You could put 2, you could put 4. Depends on how sweet you want to make it. I put about 3. And of course you're going to get your apple cider vinegar. Always tastes good in things. That's about 2 tablespoons. That's probably good. Apple cider vinegar tends to be pretty strong. You're going to get your pure vanilla. There you go. I'd say it's about, that's 1 tablespoon. That's 2 tablespoons. I like vanilla. Not everyone does. So I like putting a little extra. And you just gotta, I mean, you tailor it to what you like. I mean, coconut oil tastes great. There's 1 tablespoon. Boom. Okay. And it's a vegetable oil. You could use avocado oil. I like coconut taste. That's 2 tablespoons. About a half a cup. I'd probably say about 2.5 heaping. I really like the taste of coconut. And from there, you basically just whisk it. You whisk it until it gets smooth. Okay. There you go. We'll be back in a moment. Show you how that goes. Then this is pretty much whisked through. And put it here. Bring over your flour mixture, and then you simply add your mix all in here. And then you're going to mix it through. I won't bore you with all this, but we will come back when we are done. As you can see, the mixture is coming together really nice. Coming around. And we'll get that all through and show you it when it is done. As you can see, this baby is mixed well, and I can actually smell the rind and the orange, which is really great. You always want to have a little extra flour around because you're going to be kind of transferring it in a moment. We'll put this up here and we'll bring over our little parchment paper, wax paper, and we will put our oven on 375. Let that heat up for a second, and you just want to drop a little flour, onto the, let me show you what I'm doing here. You want to drop a little flour onto the sides. You don't want it to be a big sticky mess. So you just sort of, you could even drop a little flour onto your parchment paper. Okay. And what I like to do is sort of not take all of it. I'm going to make 2 pans worth. But what I'm going to do is probably take about 3/4, right around there. Okay. And again, you're using your flour. See how I'm ducking it under, making sure the flour's there. And then you get underneath it and you flip it. Okay. And the reason why you do that is you're basically have the flour on the other side, and now you're basically putting the flour on this side. You just want to be able to handle it and not have it stick everywhere. You see how easy that was? Then you're basically going to turn it into a, see, like a rectangle, but this is about 1 inch thick. That's not good. So you want to basically bring it down. You could even, if you want, flip it around. Okay. Add a little bit more flour to it so it's just easier to handle. Okay. And then you're going to bring it all the way to the sides, and you're going to pat this baby down till it gets to about, I don't know, I guess you could say 4 inches. I mean, you can make it 6, and you're going to make it into a big rectangle, but it's got to be a ½ inch thick, you see, because we're going to slice it into little biscotti cookies, and that's how you pronounce it. B-U-H, S-K-A-A, biscotti. Okay, and let's see if we can make these cookies a little bit wider. Okay, you're looking for about a ½ inch, right? That's about 4 inches. I mean, that's pretty good for a biscotti cookie. Some of it will kind of shrink, and that's about more or less a half, yeah, it's about a half an inch. And you're going to put this in 375 for about 25 minutes. Then you're going to slice it, turn it on one side 6 to 10 minutes, turn it on the other side 6 to 10 minutes using a pizza cutter, and we will be back. I'm going to put that baby in here, and we will show you how it comes out. Fantastic. Okay folks, that is about 25 minutes. I'm going to leave the oven on and see how this baby came out. Wow, look at that. That. 25 minutes. Leave the oven on. I'm going to let it sit there for a moment. Just kind of check. See how it's not sticking on the parchment paper. Just want to make sure of that. Okay. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, that came out good. Make sure it's not sticking there. No. Everything's good. So you're going to get your pizza cutter. I mean, you can wait a couple of minutes, but I mean, you don't want it to really, you know, heat up too much. And what you do, use your pizza cutter, and you just make sure you cut through. See? No, I don't like these ends too much, so sometimes you want to cut the ends off so you can stand it up on its side. You know, this is a little difficult, but it'll be worth it to do. You know, I could, look at this, look at this, look at this. I'm going to have to eat that baby. Then you come to the next one. Okay. Make sure it separates. And the third one. Okay, and we will be back. Well, I must say I outdid myself. They taste absolutely amazing. And what you're going to do is turn them on their side. Right? Maybe on the side. Turn on the side, turn on the side. Turn on the side. You're going to do 6 to 10 minutes on one side. 6 to 10 minutes on the other side. And these are looking so good. And then we put them back in the oven and we will be back. Now something we have brewing here on the side is you have not hot, see it's not boiling, water, and you take your little drop pan, see it's a drop pan, it goes sort of in there, and you can actually drizzle chocolate on the top of the biscotti, which is amazing. You don't have to, but it's there if you want to. We're going to show you both ways to do it. And you just put that off to the side. The water underneath won't overburn it or burn the chocolate. That's why you want to have, you know, water almost to a boil, a little short. Take this, drop it in, shut it off, and this is just going to melt. And you could drizzle it on top. You don't have to. It depends on if you like chocolate or not. Okay, so it's cooked on one side. You're going to basically bring that out, leave the oven on 375, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to flip these babies. Just like that. Boom. One after another. Boom. 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 This way it cooks on both sides. Boom. Boom. Oh, I don't want that one to break. I'll be a little more careful with this guy. That's alright. And we're going to flip more and flip again, and in it's going to go back into the oven, and we will be back. Okay folks, this should be done. We shut our oven off, and in comes the beautiful biscotti. Isn't that absolutely amazing? Absolutely incredible. We even give you a close-up on it. Wow! And then you could take chocolate if you'd like, and you know, you could sort of dip over some of them, you know. I like to use this little guy here, this little springy guy. It seems to drip the best, and the chocolate just kind of goes on. I mean, making miracles happen here. Healing people through food, cooking healthy for you. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? That's what we call the money shot. Dripping. Nice. Chocolate. Boy, this spongy thing really knows how to drop this chocolate in here. Perfect. All over. And there you have it, folks. Italian, let's get this and not burn ourselves. We have our Italian biscotti. Look at how absolutely beautiful that looks. Oh my goodness. That is just so amazing. So, I want to, let's get that baby on. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I'm Dean Curry. This is Cooking Healthy for You. Rising Star Enterprises for Wellbeing on YouTube. Italian biscotti. It is absolutely beautiful. We'll get a money shot picture of that. Look at that. Oh, goodness gracious. Absolutely amazing. And how it's pronounced is B-U-H-BA, S-K-A-A, ska, and T, T-E-E. Biscotti, biscotti, Italiano, biscotti. And this is a beautiful way up at 4 o'clock in the morning, healing people through food. We're being hopeful every day with this virus going around, lifting our spirits up, shooting for the stars, shooting for the best. We're all getting better, and it's a beautiful world. I'm Chef Curry Flavors, and have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day.